welcome to another special GCH Off Ice interview series. This time we have a very, very special guest. With over 612,000 subscribers on YouTube, he's the gaming guy, the Columbus kid, the Buckeye boy, Nasher. Welcome to the show, Nasher.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I appreciate all that you guys are doing, and yeah, it's an honor to be featured here.
We met Nasher a couple of weeks ago at an inline tournament from My Hot over in Indianapolis. And obviously you didn't get the results that you wanted, but it looked like you guys had a really good showing at the tournament. Tell me a little bit about why MyHa is so different than other inline tournaments you've played in.
Yeah, so for our team, we kind of are just a bunch of misfits. We met outside playing roller hockey just for fun and kind of made a team and then started traveling to Cincy to play in some leagues. We do some Ironman tourneys, but this is our first time being in, an actual organized leagues. So being in MyHa and having kind of the structure, you can move up the tiers, you can look at your stats and standings each week. It's kind of motivating us, right? Like we've never played against, higher level competition like this, showing up and kind of getting beat down like we did this weekend. It was a lot of fun, and we have some work to do.
Yeah, it sounds like it takes B League to the next level for you and gives you kind of that professional atmosphere. That's why we love broadcasting the games. Working with Carl is so awesome, because we get to really celebrate the sport, and that's what we're all about. Obviously, you have a huge social media following, one of the biggest in the hockey industry, and you're very outspoken about inline hockey being an Olympic sport. Why do you think that hasn't happened yet, and what do you believe the inline community, aka all of us, can do to help that grow?
Yeah, I think with the Olympics, it's tough, right? There's so many hoops to go through. I think a lot of people have a bad idea of what roller hockey is. You see the comments sometimes, even on my own videos, it's like, why is this guy not on the ice? This isn't real hockey, all that. But the more you're around the sport, you see how skilled these guys are. You see how much of it can not only be used, for inline and having sick plays and be entertaining in and of itself, but also how it can translate to the ice. If you're playing ice hockey, like inline hockey is just the best of both worlds. It takes all of the speed that you have from ice hockey, transfers it over. And in terms of the Olympics, I think anything's possible. In 2028, I believe it's coming to LA, which huge roller hockey scene there. Mm-hmm. There's definitely potential. They had 3v3 basketball last year, which some people liked it, some people not so much. All I'm saying is roller hockey has a spot in the Olympics. The skill needed, seeing it on the international stage would be unreal.
Yeah, you see international tournaments all the time, but it just takes a community effort, and that's why we do stuff like this, so everybody can rally behind each other. So make sure you guys post up on your social media why the Olympics should have roller hockey involved. Obviously, going back to our social media, you're a huge proponent in all things hockey, and you have a pretty diverse content group. What's some of the favorite content you enjoy making, and why is that?
The beauty of my channel is I've just started to branch out and do kind of everything, right? So my channel started with just gaming stuff. Then I tossed the GoPro on my head, started filming those games. Now we travel to tournaments and we have, multiple camera angles and the mic'd up scenes and all that. So for me, the best part about this is just getting to meet the people that watch my videos. So going out, at these tournaments, it's always fun. You get fans in the stands, you get the crazy reactions when you score goals. Those are the moments that, I kind of live for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is really enjoyable watching your content. Before we even started Grove City Hockey, I remember watching some of your gaming videos, and it's awesome to see somebody like yourself celebrating hockey in a pretty inclusive way that doesn't necessarily take the athlete, but it celebrates everybody. You have a big esports market. That's pretty important for the sport. Why do having Chell tournaments and other gaming posts, you work with the NHL on some of this stuff. Why is that so important for small markets like inline hockey?
Yeah, I think gaming, that can lead the way to just getting a ton of the casual fans involved, right? There's so many people that maybe they don't have the money to pick up, a full set of gear and get out and play. It's tough to find leagues to join, and there's just that barrier of entry, right? But when it comes to gaming, anyone could pick up NHL and play. And a lot of my personal friends, not hockey friends, just people that I've met, they picked up the NHL game for the first time, fell in love with the sport, and joined a beer league for themselves. So that's what it's all about, is just giving people all sorts of different looks into what hockey can be, whether that's through the NHL video game, through roller hockey, or through being on the ice.
Yeah, and you mentioned the ice, and at the beginning we said you are from Columbus, Ohio, and you actually got not sponsored, you got honored at a Jackets game. Watching your social media and seeing you meet all the cool fans and even interacting with the Cannon. Tell me a little bit about that experience and why that's so important to you.
Yeah, it was sick, man. So they featured me in their newest hype video. It's like, Buster Douglas and Kirk Herbstreit, and then I'm just there. It's still, I'm at a loss of words. I don't know if I belong in that group, certainly, but yeah, it's an honor. They always treat me right at the Blue Jackets organization. They had me, go out, throw some t-shirts around and kind of get the fans hyped up. And yeah, like you mentioned, it's always just best getting to meet everyone there. And when you're making videos, you just see numbers on a screen go up, which is cool, but actually getting to meet the people in person and see what they're all about and see the impact that you're having, that's what this is all about.
Yeah, and there's nothing to be said about meeting fans. Even a small channel like ours, we get calls from people saying, "Hey, I watched my son play in a tournament over in Buffalo, and I'm here in Detroit." And it's really all about bringing the community together. Unfortunately, we are almost out of time. So I want to leave you with one fun question, the one that we present to all of our off-ice interviews. If you had the choice and you had to play a game with your stick on the offhand or you had untied skates, what would you pick and why?
I think it has to be stick on the offhand. So much of hockey is just the skating, right? Like if we got Connor McDavid out here and he was playing right-handed, he would dust every single one of us by far. So I'm taking the offhand stick. Also, you get those nasty backhands. Like if you're using a righty stick as a lefty, get those crazy backhands, throw them top shelf. And at least we could go out there and not completely embarrass ourselves with those.
I remember watching a video of you and Coach Jeremy with opposite sticks, and it was quite entertaining to say the least. Thank you once again, Nasher, for your time. We really do appreciate it. Make sure everybody to check out his channel. Even though he's a Goliath in the game, every little bit helps. And we thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you for everything you're doing. Appreciate all the work you put in. And thank you for letting me use the commentary as well. Big things on the way. More action coming soon. Much love.
We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, you'll get right in line for our next off-ice interview. This is Nasher once again. Make sure to give him a huge follow, and we'll see you next time.